Hello, good morning, and welcome back to yet another live session with Vishal Manocha. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I'm a director at Net Worth Immigration Solution. 11 a.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time in Canada, and we have this show every Friday at the same time. In India, it's 8:30 p.m. Welcome back to all our viewers. Thank you all the viewers for joining in on every Friday. There are a lot of old, new viewers who join us every Friday for this session. This session is all about an update from Canadian immigration from last 1 week and also gives you time to post your question into the comment section and I will be available for you for the next half an hour to answer them live for you right away. So if you have any questions or concern, kindly make sure that you are typing it, posting it into the comment section and I will give an answer for them right away on this live session. So this session, as I said, we do talk about what has been an update, what we are expecting to come in Canadian immigration in the near months or years, and we also give you an update about international students, their visas, how the performance is, which colleges are available, and also gives you an opportunity to, as I said, ask your question right away and get your answers right away while we are discussing and having everything live here. So thank you all for joining in. We shall begin our session very shortly and we will be giving you a lot of updates from the last 1 week. As I said, there are a lot of developments coming up. There are a lot of debates going around in the Canadian immigration with the new update on the 50 points you can claim and for the certificate of qualification. We will be talking about that too. There's a lot of war going between the consultant. I don't know what the war is all about. I think we all are here to help our clients get to the desired results, guide them in the best professional manner, and give them the best outcome of the application. But I can see on the TikTok right now there's a war going around from the last 1 week, specifically targeting truck drivers. Will they get 50 points or not? I know everybody don't have a 100% answer, but yes, definitely there is a lot of debate going around, and time will exactly tell who is right or wrong. But I think the whole idea of the immigration consultant should be finding out more about what exactly the solution is and giving them the right answer rather than having a debate among each and other and getting to the point. But definitely, yes, that is a new exciting development we have seen about the 50 points. In fact, to be very honest, as I said, we will going forward, we will be coming back and discussing that also more in detail. So let us start off with the good news from the IRCC that the IRCC backlog of the application has slightly reduced, even with the number of applications being going higher every month, and especially this time of the year because it's summertime where you get more temporary applications and other applications at the same time. So this gives you a best time to apply, although the volume of the application has gone higher. But the good thing is the backlog has been reduced. What is considered as backlog is the difference between definitely the IRCC has a, if you go online, they have mentioned every application has a certain time frame. Although the application which have crossed that time frame, either it's a study permit, work permit, PR, for the application are considered backlog. So from comparing from the last previous one where the number was 820, that has been reduced to approximately 800,000 backlog. Around 20,000 more application has been processed in this time frame, and obviously they are processing more applications, but this is the backlog which has slightly reduced by around 20,000 application in the last couple of months, so which is a great news. I know there are still a lot of category of applications which have still been processed very slowly. One of them we have observed is the LMI application, which has not been processed by IRCC. It has been done by ESDC, but that is we have seen a lot of delays under LMI application. In fact, it is taking around. I was just checking one of our May application is still pending. So June gone, July gone, August going to be in September. 4th month of the application be submitted, but still not result been made. I think ESDC also need to definitely try to get those application processed as soon as possible because it is getting a lot of delayed and it is also affecting the international worker who wants to come and work in Canada and the employers who are definitely seeking to hire those people. But because of the delay by ESDC, it is taking longer, much longer than usual time. And as I mentioned, you right now it's between 3 to 4 months before you get a decision on an LMI application. So make sure that you are getting we are prepared for that. They are still backlogged by IRCC also, and this is by ESDC, which is Employment and Service Development Canada. The LMI application are still taking longer time. So if you have been hired by an employer and you want to work from them, you may have to wait because the LMI application is first going to take time. Once that get approved, you will be applying for your work permit application, which depending on your own country where you are, it is also depending on that country that how long it's going to take to get your work permit. So it has become a lengthy process, which sometimes does get frustrating, but with no option we have to be patient and we have to see when IRCC can definitely process those applications for us. So let's basically make sure that we are prepared for this for the backlog we have with the IRCC. With prepare, I mean you have to be patient. Don't book your flight in advance. Don't make any travel plan till the decision has been made on your application because the applications are in backlog and it is taking a lot of time for them to process. So that was the update for the IRCC. Good news that the backlog has reduced, but still a lot of category under which the processing time is much higher, and hope in the coming months that processing time will also be reduced. Now talking about express entry draw. Another week gone, no draw. So what exactly is happening? Why are there no more express entry draw being happened? Like the last draw was on 15th of August. Since then, it's more than a month now. No draw has been done. No express entry general draw, no PNP draw with express entry or any specific draw has been held. Now the reason, let us understand the reason why there are no draws and maybe a reason there may not be too much draw coming for the rest of this year. The IRCC has set up a quota of around 88,000 applications to be processed through express entry. As of now, they have 82,000 applications were supposed to be processed for express entry in 2023. Out of that, already 77,000 approximately invitations have already been sent. So the number which is left for 2023 is only 5,100 applications approximately are left to be invitation to be sent in 2023, and we still have more than 3 months to go in 2023. So what does that mean? That if only are there going to be only 5,000 invitations been sent? It answer may be yes and no. It depends. If the immigration minister does decide to increase the quota for express entry, then you may see few more draws coming up. But if they don't, then definitely the only quota left for this year is 5,100 approximately application. And if you are considering maybe you get an invite under that draw, seems to be very, very low. The only people I think will be getting invite if they only stick to the same target and still decide to only invite 5,100 applications, then you're expecting only another 1 or 2 draws left for this year, and the score will be definitely more than 500 for sure. It is not going to be less than 500, that's pretty sure. Looking at the numbers we have, only 5,100 application invitations are still pending to be invited under the express entry invitation stream as a quota been set for 2023. And as I mentioned, if there is no further update or increase of quota under that category, then unfortunately that is the one you are only waiting for. So express entry, yes, it seems like it's already done, but let's see how it goes. Will the immigration minister announce any further increasing the quota? That we have to wait and see, and then only we can basically figure it out if there will be more draws coming up for the rest of 2023. Yes, if you are wondering, there were no draws, then what are the other options? There are still a lot of options through which you can qualify. We have discussed them in the past. We will be again discussing today in a brief. But let me take a few questions we have already got into, and let me answer those questions. And then going forward, we'll still continue our update. The most exciting one coming is the Parents and Grandparent Program opening for 2023. But before that, let me take a couple of questions we have, and then we will go forward from there. We have Harmeet. Thank you, Harmeet, for joining us today. Then we have Akash with us. So 2 days ago, I requested MP for status of my application, and he replied today that this. Okay. I have passed except the background check. The checks are complete with a third partner with no timeline. Anyone knows what this means? Okay. So basically, Akash, when they talk about the background check, yes, they do your police clearance check, your PCC check, your medical, your all history, your documentation. And yes, they're right. They are being done through third party and it could take time. So background check is one of the most important part of the application when we submit any application, especially for a permanent residency application. When we do, there's a background check being done. There is no time frame or timeline under which they'll be able to complete, although it definitely depends on the complete processing time of the application. Say, for example, you've submitted an express entry profile uh, and the complete processing time is 6 months to complete the application, then you can expect the complete application to be processed under that time frame. But again, it's not a guaranteed that your application or decision will be made under that time. We've already discussed in the beginning of show about the backlog with the IRCC, so that could also affect your processing time. So yes, there's no timeline for that, but rest assured they are working on the application. It's been processed and you should get a decision soon coming on your application. Stay tuned. Do make sure that you keep checking your emails and updates you get from IRCC so that you don't miss on very important update, because sometimes they might ask you to send a couple of more documents. So you must make sure that you have received that email. If you do get it, not everybody gets it. If you do get it, make sure you submit your documents on time and make sure you are definitely, once if you're submitting your documents on time or the information then they need, your application will move quicker. But that's I hope that clears your answer, Akash. Then we have got Priya asking a question. Hello everyone, need suggestion. GVM CGPA 2.98 202 IELTS 6 with 402 module. Want to study Ghana like postgraduate diploma, bank statement 5 billion. Am I eligible for this or not? Okay. Yes, you have a very strong bank statement, but that is not what IRCC is exactly looking at when they apply for a study permit. When you apply for a study permit, what they look at is your good academic score, which seems to be 2.98 is reasonable, not very good, not bad. But looking at your IELTS score, that is very, very low as if you are looking for post-graduation diploma. I know the recent announcement have been made where they have even started accepting a 6 band overall and 2 module even 5.5. It doesn't depend even if you have 2.5. As far as you have got 6 band overall, you can now qualify for SDS program for a study permit. But trust me, the visa rate is not going to be very high, because we have already seen they are even planning to have, IRCC is planning to have a cap on the international students. And when that caps kick in, definitely your chances will be much lower as compared to 16 each band. So my recommendation still to the international students is, yes, your band should be 16 each, but if you've got 6 band with no band less than 5.5, good academic score, no gap, then yeah, you still have a good chance of getting a visa. But that is only to a graduate level. Definitely with a post-graduation diploma, I will not recommend you to submit the application with this band score. Even if the college does accept your application, the chances of getting visa will not be very high. Priya, so my recommendation to you will be try to improve your IELTS score, and that will help you getting more chances of getting your study permit approved. Okay, then we have Gurpreet wishing you a good morning. Good morning, Gurpreet. If you have any question, kindly go ahead and post. And all the viewers who are listening to us, if you have any question, kindly post it into the comment section. Best time for you to ask your question. Best time for you to any question you have, kindly post it here, and I'll be happy to answer that for you. Now going back to the updates we have, meanwhile we wait for more questions to come in. We will be talking about parents and grandparents program, which is opening on 10th of October. The announcement has been made by IRCC, and you can expect that program to open on 10th of October. Now, the bad news is there will be no new timeline where you can submit the new application for your sponsor. The people who have submitted previously for their parents and grandparents in 2020 will be still getting the invitation to be sent. So make sure you start reading your checking your email after 10th of October, your spam, your inbox. You will be directly getting an invitation to apply for your parents, because your profile is already into the pool. The next point will be to submitting your parents' application, and their invitation will be sending by 10th, starting from 10th of October. The number of complete applications they are IRCC expecting this 2023 quota is around 15,000. although around 23,000 people may get an invitation under the pool. These are the people who have already submitted the profile into the pool in 2020. Now, I know this is very, very disappointing for somebody who has just qualified last year or this year and they are eligible to apply for their parents and grandparents, but unfortunately, they will not be included in this year too. These draws will or invitation will still go to the previous invitation which has been sent or received. Sorry, previous clients who have already submitted their profile into the pool. They are the one who are expected to get through this invitation, which will be starting from 10th of October. So good news for definitely people who have been waiting for a couple of years, and a bad news a bit for those people who were definitely hoping that the window will open them for them and they will be able to submit the application. But unfortunately, that is not happening as per the already announcement being made by IRCC. So 10th October, don't miss it. That is the day when you start getting your email. Not everybody will again get an invite. It's still a draw system, so whoever is lucky will get an invitation to apply for their parents and grandparent PR. Canada has always been welcoming and inviting their parents, helping the family to reunite with their family members. But yes, they are still on the same path, and 15,000 will be the application they are expecting to receive in this 2023 quota. So we have got another couple of questions. Let me again answer those questions going before we move forward to the next update. We have Kamini has a question. I want to call my spouse from India. What will be the process? Kamini, basically, if you are already in Canada, if you are a study permit, if you are already enrolled into a public institution, you can invite your spouse on your work permit. If you are on a work permit already in Canada, then also you can invite your spouse on an open work permit. The process is not too much complicated, but you need to definitely have a proper guidance through which you can submit your application. We can definitely help you submit your application under this category. We have got more than 98% success rate in this particular category of spousal open work permit application or PR application, or even spousal PR application. Our success rate is almost 100% in that one. So if you are looking forward to submit your spousal application, you can contact us. And again, as I said, we will be happy to assist in your application and make sure that you get a desired result and your spouse is coming here soon. I hope that answers your question, Kamini. If you have still any further question, you can comment again, or you can, if you want, you can note down a special line we have for spousal application, which is 647-939-0484. You can also call at this number if you are looking for direct advice. You will be speaking to an expert on this line. So number is 647-939-0484, and you will be connected directly to somebody who can help you in your spousal application. I hope that helps you, Kamini. If you have any further questions, kindly go ahead, and I'm still available to answer those questions for you. Okay, now I've got Akash asking us another question here. Akash question: I applied for my parents' Canadian visit visas, but I forgot to mention their previous visa for Australia a few years ago. Could there emerging cause issues, and should I submit a web form to inform them? Your advice will be greatly appreciated. Okay, Akash. Now I know this may be an honest mistake which has been made while submitting the application. A lot of people just forget to mention about it. But if it was in the last 10 years, it is your responsibility to mention it in the application. No, it's up to the IRCC. Basically, when IRCC process the application, sometimes they do check all these things, and if they figure it out that there was a refusal which you forgot to mention, then there could be a chances of you may even get a fairness letter for your parents where they ask you to give an opportunity for you to explain why this error was made. And if they think the error was just an honest error, then still your application may get approved. But if they find out that it was a misrepresentation, then you can up to get a 5-year ban. So yes, the recommendation for you will be going forward that if you have recently submitted it, create a web form, send it information to IRCC that it was an honest mistake, and unfortunately you forgot to mention about the previous visa refusal of your parents, and that will definitely then IRCC will consider that in mind. But trust me, that is not going to affect your Canadian visa application result. If you let them know, that will be an honest submission to them, and definitely, as I said, making sure that some of the people do try to hide these sort of things sometimes intentionally because they don't want to show their previous refusal, but that is not how it should be done. You should definitely make sure that you are applying for all the information you have. If you missed out something, it's definitely your responsibility to update IRCC before they get back to you and say that you have missed out an important information in the application. So it's better for you to definitely let IRCC know about it, and that will help you definitely help them processing this application. And as I said, if they find out about it, it will be more trouble for you. So advisable, yes, definitely you can raise a web form. And as I said, that is not going to affect application result of your parents' visa visa application. So I hope that answers your question, Akash. If you are still any further doubt, you can help. We can help you assess that application, that thing too. Okay, so we have discussed about today the backlog being reduced, um, parents and grandparent programs, what we are expecting in the rest of the 2023 forex entry, which is not too much to be honest, because only 5,000 more invitation we are expecting to receive in the next 3 months if there is no increase in quota by IRCC. Also, this is the time of the year where you expect the top immigration development happening for the rest of 2023, because this is around October, November. We normally see announcement being made for the next couple of years regarding the immigration plan. This is the time when a mandate letter has been issued by the Prime Minister to the immigration minister. It's not mandatory that it is always done. If it is not done, the new immigration minister, Mike Miller, will continue with where the previous minister left. But if there is any new development, you can expect a new mandate letter to be sent to immigration minister, and as soon as it's been received by them, the information is also being made public to the client. So don't worry about it. But this is the time of the year when usually the new developments come in. The new targets for the coming years are being announced. If there are any changes, it will be informed to the public. If not, I think then there is no mandate being issued, and the information remains the same as been previously shared by IRCC. I hope that makes sense. So now changing the gear and going to the international student section, which is the most exciting visa category, where a lot of international students come in every year. Last year there were 800,000 international students who came to Canada. This year it's 900,000 students are expected to reach Canada in 2023. So we have been definitely we are talking about putting a cap on the international student, and the other side we have seen the application of the number of visa granted from last year is already, like this year is already higher than the last year by around 100,000 more visa been approved. So a lot of international students are coming in every year and making Canada their dream home. But you have to make sure that you have all the information you need when you move to Canada. You need to set definitely housing is a problem right now. We have seen a lot of videos on the social media which clearly show that international student is facing a problem getting the visa, getting the accommodation, and even the part-time job is a bit hard to get right now. Make sure you are planning it. You have to work hard to get part-time jobs. There is definitely a bit of a recession in Canada, but that is not too much of worrying. But as far as you plan it better, make sure when you're coming as an international student, you're doing your research where you should stay, where you can find more better opportunity for finding a part-time job, which university or college is better for you, and definitely that will depend on your education background too. So make sure you are doing all your research before you come to Canada. Now talking about the admissions which are open up right now, for fall is obviously almost done, but I think we still have some onshore seats available for Canada, for I think Camden Hanson for North York campus. So if you are in Canada and looking for onshore admission, you can contact us. And if you are offshore, January 2024 and May 2024 is open. One of the biggest colleges in Ontario, which is Conestoga College, just opened up recently for May 2024, and also Alpha College in Scarborough is also open up for May 2024 now, although Alpha is still accepting applications for January 2024. So if you are somebody who's looking for college admissions, either it's onshore or offshore, you can contact Networth Immigration Brampton office for onshore application. For offshore application, you can contact our office in Karnal, which is in Haryana, and we can also help you and assist you in getting your work study permit approved, because that's where the journey becomes begins for people who are planning to immigrate to Canada, other than who directly come on PR. Usually, most of the people come through as a student visa, then they get their work permit, gain some Canadian experience, and then few of the other and using the categories which they are eligible for, they apply for their PR application, which takes time. Also, as an international student, you need to decide the destination you're willing to go, because different provinces have their own PR pathways. You should decide. This needs to be decided before you move to Canada, that which college or university you want to go and which province you want to go, and where you can, if you're planning to get settled down in Canada, then definitely you can plan that too. And it is but up to you to decide which province. But the expert guide will also will be helpful for you if you're looking to come to study in Canada. You should know which province has the better option of getting permanent residency. What are their guidelines through which, because right now what's happening is students are landing here and then they start their research, or when they are already here, then they try to figure out how to get their permanent residency. But if your initial goal is to get permanent residency in Canada after studying, so the better advice for you is, while you are back home in your home country, you should make sure you have researched a lot and then select a province or a city or where you want to go and complete your education. But every province have their own system of getting permanent residency. Express entry, we are already seen in this 2023, has been very tough, very competitive. Scoring 500 points, especially for students with grade 12 qualification, is almost impossible, to be honest. Almost impossible right now. So make sure that you are aware of all these rules, because you have to have the rules and information with you. As I said, my advice will be to definitely get those advice before you move to Canada, rather than once you're here and then changing your provinces later on. I know everybody wants to be in Ontario, everybody wants to be in British Columbia, but they are the most difficult places where you can get your permanent residency done. So make sure you are finding the right pathway for your permanent residency before you apply for a study permit. But as I said, if you're looking for any assistance in Canada, onshore or offshore, if you're outside Canada, we can help you getting admissions and getting your study permit application approved. So if you have any need further information about colleges, you can contact our offices and we will be happy to assist you. Before we wrap up, I'll just take the last question for Gurpreet Kaur. Yesterday I heard that immigrants can now apply spouse visa before coming. Is this news genuine? News genuine. Okay. So Gurpreet, yes, I don't know where did you heard it yesterday, but as per the book rules, yes, you can apply for your spouse visa even before coming. But visa chances, if we talk about what are the high chances of getting visas, we have seen a lot of rejection, especially under this stream of application. So not very much recommended, but if you ask the question, yes, it is true. There is a possibility that you can apply for yourself and your spouse at the same time with study permit, or if you are on a work permit, if you want to apply for a work permit, it can be done at the same time. But as I said, the success rate is not much higher. So now, thank you all the viewers who have joined in again today at this session. We have this session every Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8:30 in India. The session is usually for 30 minutes, giving you an opportunity to ask your question and giving us an opportunity to definitely come and give you all the update we have from last 1 week. So if you are looking for any further updates, contact us and we will be happy to help you. If you're looking for any guidance of any application you want to process, we are there to help you and support you. Our office is based in Brampton, Ontario. We have another location in Alberta, Calgary, and we have another one back home in India in Karnal, which is in Haryana. So thank you all for joining in. We will see you live next Friday, same time. Till then, goodbye. Have a great rest of the day today. Great weekend ahead, and we will see you live next Friday. Till then, goodbye and be safe. Thank you.